Students, now let us solve a problem. Now here, find Fourier cosine and sine transform of e power minus ax, where a greater than 0, a positive value, and hence deduce the integrals. Okay, deduce the integrals. The first one is integral 0 to infinity cos px by a square plus b square dp, and second one is integral 0 to infinity p sin px by a square plus p square dp. So whenever the deduce the integrals, if it is given like this, since we have cos px here, we have to use the inverse Fourier cosine transform, and since here we have sin px, and we have to use the inverse Fourier sine transform. Remember, for this integrals. Okay, first asking to find the Fourier cosine and sine transform of e power minus ax. Okay, so now let f of x is equal to, let f of x is equal to e power minus ax. Then, and we know the formula. Okay, we have a Fourier cosine transform of f of x formula. This is fc of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px dx. Now, since we know that f of x is what? E power minus ax. Substitute in this. Now, integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax cos px dx. And we know the formula for this e power ax into cos bx integral, integral e power ax into cos bx dx formula, e power ax by a square plus b square, a cos bx plus b sin bx plus c. This is one important formula. Now, this is the formula we applied here. Okay. And here, this is the combination. Here you can see here, e power minus ax into cos px dx. And when you compare with this formula, here a is equal to minus a and b is equal to p. Okay. Now applying this formula, we got this e power minus ax by a square plus p square into minus a cos px plus p into sin px. Now the limits from 0 to infinity. Okay. So now we got for the upper limit e power minus infinity, it is tends to 0. Okay. E power minus infinity 0 for the upper limit, this total term 0 into this 0 minus of e power 0 1 by minus of e power 0 1 by a square plus p square, and here cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. Okay, so therefore this minus and the minus of a into minus plus, now a by a square plus p square. This is the Fourier cosine transform of f of x, that is fc of e power minus ax. This is the Fourier cosine transform of e power minus ax. Now similarly we have to find the Fourier sine transform. Okay, here we have Fourier sine transform formula. Fs of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x sin px dx. Now since we know the f of x is what? E power minus x. Now integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax sin px dx. And here we have to apply the formula integral e power ax sin bx dx is equal to e power ax by a square plus b square a sin bx minus b cos bx plus c. Okay. This is the formula I just applied here, and now comparing with here a is equal to minus a and b is equal to p. Now apply this same e power minus ax by a square plus p square minus a sin px minus p cos px from limit 0 to infinity. For upper limit, this is 0. Now minus of, the lower limit e power 0 is 1 by a square plus p square. This is 0, sin 0 is 0, and here cos 0 is 1. So again the minus into minus of, here we have minus into minus plus. So there fs of p, the Fourier sine transform of, this is the Fourier sine transform of e power minus ax is equal to p by a square plus p square. This is the Fourier, this is how we can find the Fourier sine and the Fourier cosine transform of e power minus. Okay, now let us go with the first one. Now to prove the first integral, use the inverse Fourier cosine formula. Now we have, here we have f of x is equal to 2 by pi into integral 0 to infinity fc of p into cos px dp. Now, since we know that the Fourier cosine transform of e power minus ax is a by a square plus p square cos px dp. So the f of x is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity a by a square plus p square cos px dp. Since we know that f of x is equal to e power minus ax. Okay, so now they take that f of x is e power minus ax is equal to a by pi integral 0 to infinity cos px by a square plus p square dp. So that implies integral 0 to infinity cos px by a square plus p square dp is equal to pi by 2a into e power minus ax. So take this pi and to this side. So there I'll get the value of integral 0 to infinity cos px by a square plus p square dp is equal to pi by 2a into e power minus ax. Now, for the second integral, now we use the inverse Fourier sine formula here. Okay, inverse Fourier sine formula, that is f of x is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity fs of p into sin px dp. Now this is the formula we have. So there f of x is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity p by a square plus p square sin px dp. Okay, we know that here from equation 2 we know this is okay, Fourier sine transform of e power minus ax. Okay, now since f of x is equal to e power minus ax, taking this, the above integral takes the form like this. Therefore, integral 0 to infinity p sin px by a square plus p square dp is equal to pi by 2 into e power minus ax. Okay, and this is how we can find the Fourier sine and the cosine transform of the given function, and we can find the integrals also by using the inverse Fourier sine and the cosine transforms. Okay, now let us take a look at the another problem. Now here, find the Fourier sine and cosine transform of x into e power minus ax. In the previous problem we have discussed Fourier sine and cosine transform of e power minus ax. Now x into e power minus ax. Okay, now let f of x is equal to e power minus ax. Now Fourier sine transform, you know the formula, and we know that here you can observe this one. Okay, now we can observe this. In the properties we have discussed this one. Fs of x into f of x is equal to minus d by dp of fc of p. Okay, Fourier sine transform of x into f of x, that is Fourier sine transform of x into e power minus x, is equal to minus d by dp of fc of p. Since in the last problem, in the previous problem, we already find this Fourier cosine transform of e power minus x and Fourier sine transform of e power minus x. Now we are going to use that. Okay, use that formula. Now use the values here. Now we have fc of p is equal to a by a square plus p square. This is what we already did, okay, in the previous problem. Okay, fc of p is equal to a by a square plus p square. Now we use that. Therefore, Fourier sine transform of x into f of x, that is Fourier sine transform of x into e power minus x, is equal to, will be minus d by dp of a by a square plus p square. You can take that a out, the minus a into d by dp of 1 by a square plus p square. So that is the derivative of this one. Okay, the derivative of this 1 by x something, 1 by x like d by dp. Okay, that is minus 1 by a square plus p square whole square into the derivative of this a square plus p square with respect to p, that is 2p. Okay, so minus minus plus, so 2ap by a square plus p square whole square. Okay, here this is the Fourier sine transform of x into e power minus x is equal to 2ap by a square plus p square whole square. Now here we have Fourier cosine transform, and we know that from the properties we already discussed, fc of x into f of x is equal to d by dp of fs of p. Okay, so this is the formula we are going to use. We have fs of p, that is Fourier sine transform of e power minus x, is equal to p by a square plus p square. This one we have done in the previous problem. Now by using this we can find the Fourier cosine transform of x into e power minus x by using this formula. Okay, that is equal to d by dp by p by a square plus p square. Okay, so now differentiate this u by v formula. v into, that is a square plus b square into u dash, that is p1, minus u into p into the derivative of a square plus b square is 2p by v square, a square plus b square whole square. So therefore, by simplifying this, 2p square minus 2p square plus p square is minus p square. So therefore, Fourier sine transform of x into e power minus x is equal to a square minus p square by a square plus p square whole square. Okay, so this is how we can find the Fourier sine and the cosine transforms of different functions by using the formulas and the properties also. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you.